I cannot stress enough the importance of fit, so that is something I'm going to focus on with you now. I want to show you how to get the basics down, which is how to dress your body, to elongate your body, and to balance out your proportions. Balancing out your proportions means balancing your top and your bottom to highlight exactly as it truly is. The rules around fit and proportion are universal. It doesn't matter what age you are, what gender you identify as, they are universal. It doesn't matter if you're a size 2, 4, 6, 16, or 26. As long as you are balancing out your proportions, you are going to flatter your body in the very best way. The most common thing I hear when people are looking to dress a certain way is that they are struggling to find clothes that fit them because they have a long torso. That is actually not a thing. What you're doing is you're currently shopping for the wrong length of shirt, you're currently shopping for the wrong length of pant. You don't have a problematic body type, you just need to learn how to dress for it. I want to talk you through fit of trousers, fit of jeans, whatever you're wearing at the bottom, I want to fit you perfectly. That is the foundation of great style, proportion, knowing your proportion. That's where we're going to start. I know comfort is paramount for most people, but there is a way of achieving comfort and style. However, this style of jean is not it. It's the least flattering of all jean styles. A wider leg is not going to look as flattering as a more narrow leg. It's going to make you look shorter than you are. Our model here, I'm assuming is 6 feet tall or above. However, this actually creates an illusion that he's much shorter because it's not making the most of his proportions. So a wider leg like this is just not going to do you any favors. You want to avoid that. As you can see, this fit of jean is a lot more flattering. It's simply a slim cut jean. It highlights his legs way better than the wider pair of jeans. It's a lot more flattering for his frame. I'm going to show you a side-by-side so you can see very clearly what this wider jean does to your body and then what a more tapered jean does to your body. This is a wider leg pant on somebody of 5'3". If you are on the shorter side, you don't have the real estate to be able to facilitate a much wider pant. I'm going to show you what happens when we put her into a much skinnier pant. This balances out your proportions. You now look like your proportions are even. Your legs look longer, your torso looks the correct length. This is the most flattering silhouette for you. Again, you do not have to go for a super skinny. You can go for a tapered, you can go for a slim, just not a wide leg. Many would say that a taller person can get away with a wider cut pant. That is true to a certain extent. However, the most flattering look will always be a more tapered look. This is the visual you achieve when you put a more tapered jean on. It elongates your legs. It is a much more flattering silhouette. There is a common misconception that skinny jeans are only for terribly tiny people. That couldn't be further from the truth. Skinny jeans are scaled down and up regardless of what size you wear. They are just going to be a more fitted jean that is appropriate for your body type. The thing that I want you to learn from this is that proportion does matter. Width does matter on your legs. You want to do yourself every favor possible. Wear a slimmer leg. It's going to flatter your legs in the best way. Another thing I want to talk to you about is pant length. It is very important to make sure you're wearing the correct length of pants. It does not matter what your body type is, whether you're a curvier person, a fuller figured person, a much taller person, a much slimmer person. If you want to give the illusion of a longer leg, you should go for a longer pant. It's all a visual illusion. When you choose to go for a capri length or a very much cropped leg pant, what you're doing is you're cutting yourself off in a very tough area. This is creating a visual illusion that you definitely don't want. It's making your legs look disproportionately short. Taller people can absolutely get away with wearing a cropped or a capri pant, but you are making a choice to shorten your body if you choose to wear those shorter lengths. It's a style choice you might choose to make, but I wouldn't make that your go-to. If you're throwing that into the mix every now and then when you've really become comfortable with your style, fantastic, but don't make that your go-to. You're doing your body no favors. All the information I'm giving you is so that you can make an informed decision. If you do choose to go for something like this, you are making the conscious choice to instill some of your own ideas, which is great. Maybe just consider what you truly want for your overall look and whether that goal has been achieved. I want to talk to you about the fit of tops. The thing that is incredibly important is the length. I want to mention something also that's incredibly important. If you are choosing to do oversized, that is a look you're going for, fine, go for it. You can do oversized, you can do voluminous, you can do extra long, but if you are wanting to make the very best of your proportions, this is a lesson you need to learn. If you are wanting to look as tall as possible, you want to make sure that the length of your shirt is appropriate for the length of your body. So this is an extra long t-shirt. I also want to show you the back. It's extra long at the back. It is incredibly unflattering. It makes him look like he's got a super, super long torso and tiny little legs. He does not. What I want you to do is focus on getting a length of t-shirt or shirt or top in general that hits your natural hip. Anything further, it's going to make your legs look shorter. This rule absolutely applies to people who are shorter than our model here. Actually, it's even more important for you if you want to give the illusion of being taller, having longer legs, having a well-proportioned torso. What you need to do is make sure that your shirt, your top, is hitting just the natural hip. Don't go any longer. It's going to make your legs look shorter and your upper body disproportionately long. Breaking the rules isn't necessary, but if you are wanting to push your style further and further and further, you are going to have to break some rules along the way. The two main rules that we have, the easiest for me to break is proportion. Because the other rule, which is, does it feel like me? I never want to feel like somebody else. That's a bad rule to break, in my opinion. Go for proportion instead. And so I will sometimes wear something that is definitely not what somebody would ordinarily see as proportionate for me. I am slight of frame, I am a shorter height, but I will go for a super strong shoulder with 2 or 3 shoulder pads, and I will make that work because the rest of my proportions are still spot on. I will make sure that my jacket isn't so long. I will make sure that my trousers are nice and slim. I will make sure that I haven't gone crazy with my proportions. If I'm going for a super baggy pant, I will go much tighter up top. I really focus on those proportions still. So you're breaking a rule, but you already know what the rules are. So you have every right to break them, but it should be intentional. That's what I call a fashion moment. It's not your everyday style. The key to looking refined and sophisticated on a budget is choosing the right clothing initially and then having them tailored to perfection. There is this wild common misconception, I think it's some kind of dodgy propaganda, that tailors cost a lot, that it costs a darn fortune to get things tailored. It doesn't. It's actually really well priced if you're going somewhere normal. Like if you're going somewhere that a celebrity's going, it probably is going to cost a lot. But if you're going to your local tailor or your dry cleaner, they can take up that pant for a few dollars. They can take up that sleeve length for a few dollars. It doesn't cost a lot. You can buy something that's relatively inexpensive and have it tailored and make it look way more expensive than the thing that is wildly expensive. The amount of times I have purchased an inexpensive suit, had it tailored, and walked a red carpet with people thinking it's a designer suit, I cannot count. Once when I was going for a job at a different company that was a much higher pay grade than what I was probably capable for, and I knew I could get it because I'm a great salesman first and foremost, but I was going to wear the right outfit that was going to get me the job. I wore a very cheap suit. It was so inexpensive. It was all I could afford. But I went to the interview in my newly tailored, very inexpensive suit, and people assumed that I was the one interviewing for the job. like interviewing them for the job. People were sat in the waiting room waiting for their interview and they assumed I was the interviewer. One of my favorite things to do is going sale shopping. Sale shopping can be rough, I know. It can be daunting, I know. However, I will go through and think, yeah, that's not my size. They sold out of my size, but that is wicked and it's on major discount. I will buy that thing knowing that I'm saving $50 or $100. And instead of spending that $50 or $100 on the full price item, I will use that money to tailor the thing that I've purchased on sale. And so, yes, it's still more than it would have cost on sale, but now it fits beautifully. I've always been shorter than my friends. I'm the shortest of any group of my friends, even though I'm the average height for a man. Back up everyone, I'm 5'9". I will often crop a lot of my jacket so it hits at a certain point, so it creates a new shape and it makes me look taller than I am. Or if I have a jacket that's a longer length sleeve or a shirt that's longer length sleeve, I will make it much shorter, like a bracelet length or a short sleeve. So you're changing, you're kind of almost designing your own product. If you are somebody who wants to play with gender and fluidity and how you present yourself to the world based on your clothing, you can buy clothing from either department, men or women's, take it to a tailor and have it reworked so it fits you appropriately. There are times when you will find, if you're a woman but you want to present more masculine, or you are non-binary, but you have certain body parts that need to be catered to, but you are wanting to buy the shirt from menswear, you can have that altered to make sure that it's, even if it's a larger size, you will accommodate your hips, but have it reduced on the shoulder, have it reduced on the arm, so it will fit you the way it would the gender you want to present as. I want to give an example of Wesley. He's a hero that I helped on Queer Eye. He is in a wheelchair and he was never able to wear outerwear because that outerwear would hit his wheels. And so I worked with our show tailor and he was able to crop every one of Wesley's jackets so that it hit just above the wheel. So Wesley was not inhibited at all in his style by the wheelchair. He could still wear a wonderfully styled look. It was just tailored to perfection for him.